Welcome to Math Beyond Borders. Mathematics Simplified. Welcome geniuses. In today's video, we are going to see the relationship between speed, distance and time, right? It's a very easy concept and it's going to be a really short video, so let's head straight on, okay? So what is the relationship? You must have sat in your car or with someone else in a car and they would have talked about the speed that they're going at 60 kilometers per hour, right? What is that? 60 kilometers. Now kilometers is a unit of distance, right? Per hour, right? What is per hour? Per hour is the time that it will take to cover that many kilometers. So 60 kilometers an hour means that if the car keeps driving at that speed, it will cover 60 kilometers when it drives 1 hour. Yeah, okay. So what that means is that when the speed is kilometers per hour, it gives you a straight relationship. You can remove this kilometer per hour, and which means the speed is equal to distance over time. Okay, easy, right? So basically what we did is we changed 60 kilometers per hour distance over time, right? That's how the speed is made. So speed is equal to distance over time. Now we can also do some algebraic expression, but I would go to explain the concept to you, right? So what will be distance equal to? So if a car goes at a speed of 60 kilometers per hour for 1 hour, how much distance will it cover? It will cover a distance of 60 kilometers. Right? So 60 times 1 is 60. If it will go, let's say, if a car goes at 60 kilometers per hour and it goes 2 hours at this speed, how much distance do you think it will cover? It will cover 120 kilometers, right? So the relationship is clear. Distance equals speed times time, right? Speed multiplied by time. This is what we did here. Let's take an example. You are sitting in a car, the car is driving at 100 kilometers per hour, right? Which means in 1 hour it will cover 100 kilometers. So in 2 hours it will cover 200 kilometers. In 3 hours it will cover 300 kilometers. And what does that mean? You multiplied the speed with the time that you spend in the car, and that gives you the distance. So distance equals speed times time, right? And similarly, when you have to find time, what will you do? So for example, I tell you the car is driving at 60. So let me remove this here, right? And I tell you that the car has a speed of 60 kilometers per hour, right? And the distance that you have to go is, let's say, 180 kilometers. So how will you find time? You will find time by doing distance over speed. So distance over our speed was how much? Speed was 60. So this is kmph. This is only km and 60 is kmph. So what will be left? Time equals, what is the unit of time? Kilometers? No, hour. So it will be 3 hours. So which means the relationship is distance over speed. Right? So that's the relationship in between speed, distance and time. And I have examples for each of these. So let's write it here in a very small way. Speed equals d over t, distance over time. Distance equals speed times speed multiplied by time, and time equals distance over speed. Okay, and let's get rid of the rest of the page. So let's have a look at this question. If a car is going at 150 kilometers per hour, what distance will it cover in 1.5 hours? Now, what do we need to calculate, please, if someone can tell me? Right, we need to calculate the distance, right? What distance can it cover? And we just wrote the formula here. Distance equals speed times time. So what is the speed? 150 kmph. Let's write the unit for now. Yeah, times 1.5 hours. So how much distance should it go? Can someone do this calculation for me, please? It will go 225 kilometers. Okay, so this was one example where if you know these three formulas, it's straight and simple. Even if you know one, you can make out the other. That will be the last part of the video, but focus on the questions for now. Okay, so if a car did 250 kilometers in 2 hours, what is the average speed, or what is the speed of the car? Why we write averages? Because sometimes car can fluctuate as well, so we just find the average speed. Okay, so what this means is, what do we have to find? Speed. And what is the formula for speed? Straight application, no further reinventing needed. So what is the distance that it covered? It was 250 kilometers. And how many hours did it spend? It spent 2 hours, right? And what did it come out to? What was the speed? Speed was 125 kilometers per hour. How cool was that, right? So the last application of the question, in how much time a car can cover 3000 kilometers at a speed of 250 kilometers per hour. Okay, now again, if you have all of that given, no need to panic, just apply this, right? What is the formula? Time equals distance over speed. So how much was the distance? 3000 kilometers, right? What was the speed, friends? 250 kilometers per hour, right? So what will be the time? Can someone do the calculation for me? I think it's gonna be 12 hours. Yeah, so time equals 12 hours. 12 hours are needed to complete this journey. Okay, and now let's look at the application. I will also show you how the unit S is calculated, because unit is also very simply given in the answer. So for example, here if you look, the kilometer will cancel the kilometer, this hour, because it's like kilometer hour and it's below here, so it goes up, and that's why you see the hour here. Yeah, so even units are properly calculated with each other in all these formulas. But for now, just let's look at the algebraic form of finding one formula from the other. So even if you remember any of these formula, let's say you remember the formula D equals ST, right? You just use algebra to find the other formula. So if I now have to find S, even if I use reduction, I want to find S. So I should be isolating S. So I need to get rid of this T. This T is a multiply here, so I do divided by T on this side. This T will cancel it. S equals D over T. That's the formula, right? And similarly, if you have D equals S over T, and now you want to isolate the T, which means you need to get rid of this S. So you do D over S equals S times T over S, right? This S will cancel, so T equals D over S. This is the formula. Simple. So even if you remember any one of these formulas and you know basic algebra, you will never be stuck. So D equals ST. I think that's the easiest formula to remember. Okay, and now if you see also, for example, in this case, if you see, right, if you distance, let's remove this part and let me show you also how units are adjusted. Okay, units also work together in a very synchronous way. So distance equals kilometers, speed equals kilometer per hour, and time equals hour. So now this hour is out, and that's how it is calculated. Yeah, that's how it calculated distance in the distance unit is calculated. And that's like a perfect, even if you will write all those units, you will see that they work with each other to give you the final unit all the time. Okay, this was easy, right?
Thank you for learning with us.
Please share the video with those who you think may need it. Also, if you want to request a topic, put that in the comments section. So until the next video, keep learning, keep questioning. Bye.